Pay attention to what you see, what you hear on a consistent basis. Because everything in today's world is starting to become smoke and mirrors. Where society is heading, it's going to be hard to trust the first thing you hear, the first thing you see. We already have fake news. We already have AI, which is going to enhance the deception even more. You have social media where people only show you their highlights, which gives people a distorted perception of how people are actually doing versus how people are actually doing in their real lives. If you guys look at a highlight, if you guys follow sports, right? A highlight just shows you the best parts of the game. It didn't show you the bad parts. It showed you the major parts of the winner's side. It showed you the major parts of turnovers or what bad things that caused the winners to win. But it doesn't show the whole story. There's no context. They show you a 2-minute clip, a minute clip, a 30-second clip of a 3.5, 2 to 3 hour game. This is how you get into this distorted perception of comparing and contrasting yourself against others. You guys see people going across seas. Who's paying for the trip? Are they really doing good? Or is somebody else funding the trip? You see, oftentimes behind the scenes, there's a different story being run. What's real isn't real anymore. But they call it a reel, Instagram reel. In the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to have to pay attention and question things on its value. This even happens in business, right? So this is how this shit works, right? A company will come to your center and say, hey, we're going to close down your center because it's losing us money, quote unquote. So then they give you options to move to different places, right? Then they tell you, hey, if you move to these places particular are growing, they're fast growing, the communities are fast growing. It's going to be a great economy for business within the next couple of years. So they get you going, right? They come in, blindside you with that, shake up your whole life. Then they kind of ease the blow with saying, hey, if you move to this spot and stay with the company, you'll benefit better in the end. Just to find out that they're laying off at that place as well. So they came in, cut your center, trying to get you to move and stay with the company, just to lay you off at the next place. This is a real story. Everything you hear on face value has to be questioned. Things that do not make sense, oftentimes there is some kind of manipulation or deception being played that is not easily detected. You just know something's wrong. This is the world we live in. When the article said, a article said earlier this year that the best thing that you could possibly do is develop your critical thinking skills. This is where this comes in. Companies are going AI. Companies are going woke and going out of business. People are on social media only showing you highlights. You got fake news where people rushed to put a story out without credibly sourcing it properly, without having the proper information before putting it out. This is why Denzel Washington's video went viral. If you watch the news, you're uninformed. If you don't watch it, you're uninformed. Let me rephrase that. If you watch the news, you're misinformed. If you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. We live in a world, we live in a society where everything is smoke and mirrors. I mean, guys, look at the dating aspect. Dating is kicking everybody's ass. Dating today is probably one of the most frustrating things that you have to deal with right now. This is why people, specifically men, are simply dropping out of the shit, because it's just so much fucking frustration and bullshit in it that guys are just saying, fuck it, I'd rather just deal with some other shit. The deception is touching every aspect of our society. Even in our day-to-day interactions with people in the opposite gender. You go on dating apps. You don't know if this is you don't know if this is how she looks currently or if this is 4 years ago. Smoke and mirror. She says one thing and does another. Hey, I like you. Replies back to your text 2 days later. Hey, I think we should meet up. Flakes on a date. Smoke and mirrors. Everything is virtually smoke and mirrors. And only the intelligent people will thrive in this environment. This is why I get up here and talk the talk that I talk. Because if you guys look at my description on the channel, one of the first things I say is, I come to tell the truth in a lying world. And the world just continues to flood the market with more and more lies. Makes me question if the world's always been like this. Right? You guys be careful coming out here into the world, especially if you're under 23. Be careful, because it's so easy for you to get bamboozled and put into a goofy situation where you have to find yourself out. With that being said, that's my video. You guys go ahead and like the video. The likes are free. Comment your thoughts below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys like my content. If you guys want to contribute to the show, all the ways you can contribute are in the description below. Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal, all those links are in the description below. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. And I'll see you in the next one. We're out.